Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Makakwadash. Double lines to the elders of GMS who rule well. Peace, salutation like Akim in the four corners, percent truth, sincerity. Peace be unto you and Shalom.
So you have the river, that Ezekiel could not pass over. And what is that river talking about? Mosai said he wasn't going to flood the earth again, so it's not a flood of actual physical water, but however, it's the flood of this knowledge of this truth. This truth is equated to water. You see John chapter 4. 1 second. St. John chapter 4 and verse. I'll start with 11. I'll start with 7. St. John chapter 4, verse 7. There cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. Yahweh saith unto her, Give me to drink. For his disciples were gone away unto the city to buy meat. Then saith the woman of Samaria unto him, How is it that thou, being a Jew, askest drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. Yahweh answered and said unto her, If thou knowest the gift of God, and who it is that saith to thee, Give me to drink, thou wouldst have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. So he said, I'll give you living water. So he's saying, I got water. I got living water. This woman has actually got physical water. 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen. So he's saying, hey, if you knew better, you do better. If you knew who I was, the scripture says, my sheep hear my voice. And she apparently isn't hearing his voice. Why? Because she's not his sheep. Talks about separating the sheep from the goats later. Verse 12. Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well and drank thereof himself, and his children and his cattle? Yahweh answered and said unto her, Whoso drinketh of this water shall thirst again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. So that well of water and everlasting life is that truth. When you get the truth, you're not seeking for anything else. Nothing quenches your thirst better than water. Water is equated with the truth. Verse 15, the woman said to him, Sir, give me this water, that I thirst not, neither come hither to draw. Yahweh saith unto her, Go, call thy husband, and come hither. And the woman answered and said, I have no husband. Yahweh said unto her, Thou hast well said, I have no husband. But thou hast had 5 husbands, and he whom thou hast not is not thy husband. And that saidest thou truly. So he basically got a little snappy with her. She got snappy with him. He got a little smart, snappy back with her. But the thing is that he said, the water I give will be a well in you springing up, and it's the same water that we are put to be baptized with. Sure, yeah, you nothing wrong with a ceremonial dumping somebody in water, but the real baptism is being submerged in that spiritual water, the same water that Yahweh Shai is talking about here. It's not contained in the actual bucket. So now we're about to go back over to Ezekiel 47. After he after thee brought me again unto the door of the house, and behold, the waters issue out from under the threshold of the house eastward, and to the forefront of the house stood toward the east. Wait, eastward. For the forefront of the house stood toward the east, and the waters came down from under the right side of the house, and the south side of the altar. Then brought he me out of the way, out of the north of the gate northward, and led me about the way without unto the utter gate by the way that looketh eastward, and behold, there ran out waters on the right side. And when the man that had the line in his hand went forth eastward, he measured 1,000 cubits, and he brought me through the waters. The waters were to the ankles. Again, he measured 1,000 and brought me through the waters. The waters were to the knees. So we'll go from the ankles to the knees. You see a progression. Reading on. Again, he measured 1,000 and brought me through the waters were to the loins, the waist area. Verse 5. After he measured 1,000, and it was a river that I could not pass over, for the waters were risen, waters to swim in, a river that could not be passed over. So this is progression of this truth is being pushed out in a large, large volume. It keeps going out and it keeps going forth. This is that river. Verse 6, and he said unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen this? Then he brought me and caused me to return to the brink of the river. Now, when I had returned, behold, at the bank of the river were very many trees on the one side and on the other side. Then said he unto me, These waters issue out toward the east country, and go down into the desert, and go into the sea, which being brought forth into the sea, the waters shall be healed. And it shall come to pass that everything that liveth, which moveth whithersoever the river shall come, shall live, and there shall be a very great multitude of fish, because these waters shall come thither. For they shall be healed, and everything shall live whither the river cometh. So you got this progression of this truth that's going out, this line. You see it when you see brothers in other states pop up in other camps, other cities, you know, other countries. Hell, you got, the brothers are gonna come in the last hour. You're gonna have, you're gonna have brothers that come in the last hours, and on top of that, you're gonna have brothers who also are, you know, who okay, you got brothers that come in the last hour, but at the same time, you also got brothers who are not necessarily out on the streets, you know, not necessarily, you know, out doing videos. Maybe they woke up at the last minute. Maybe they woke up and they don't, they just getting that same penny that we get. You got some people out here that are going to be part of the elect that are different bodies. They might not be prophets. Some might be helps. Some might be, healers. There's different bodies, you know. And so with that, you know, this river is going to be contained of a lot of a lot of fish, you know, because the fish are, you know, we're the fish. Those who, you know, believe, you know, says I will make you fishers of men. And, you know, you got some fish that are clean, you got some fish that are unclean. The ones that are clean will be the ones whose garments are white robes, which represents the righteousness of the saints. And so that's what you're striving for, that perfection. You know, when you become completely clean, you got that water. That water cleanses you. You get a dirty white garment. What do you want to do? You want to wash it with water and wipe it all away. On that note, I want to give all praise and the glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kodash, double honors to elders of GMS Well. Peace, salutations, and shalom.